Welcome back to another episode of the Prattle. Believe it or not, it's the best ep yet. It's the evening of Monday, March 26th, and we have the Final Four set for March Madness. We have some more schmovements in the NFL free agency-wise. And with the NBA, we are nearing the postseason. But we're actually going to do something crazy here and talk baseball on this pod for a little while. TCB, take it away.
What's up, PPs? Good to talk to you once again. And yes, we are talking baseball. This week is opening day, believe it or not. I know nobody knows. It's kind of sad. I used to be a huge baseball guy, but I just kind of want to jump around the majors, kind of talk a couple big teams, big stories, just for literally 1 or 2 minutes. And we're going to start in New York. I think this is obvious. The New York Yankees, they play at that small ballpark. I see them winning the American League this year. Didi Gregorius, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, they have so much power in that batting lineup. If they can find anybody to pitch besides a 48-year-old CC Sabathia, I think they're going to be really, really good. Look at Ivan Nova being a big piece for them. I'm excited to watch the Yankees play. The Detroit Tigers, our hometown team, boy, they might be losing every single game this season. They do have an intriguing young prospect named Yamir Candelario they received in a big trade last year. I'm excited to watch him play. Am I going to watch him play that much? Probably not, to be honest with you. I'm not a big baseball guy anymore. However, I love sports. Look for the Rockies to be the best team in the NL this year. They have a possible NL MVP candidate in Nolan Arenado, third baseman, really solid hits for high average, high power. It'll be interesting to see how good the Rockies do this year. And I'm going to finish with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Anytime you have Clayton Kershaw going out there every fifth day, and then you can throw him in every fourth day in the playoffs, they're a threat. They had the most wins last year in the NL for it's been like 15, 20 years since anybody had more wins than they did. There's some baseball, and what more can you say? It's the MLB. We're starting. Okay, that's about all we got.
Knowledge nuke.
TCB.
That's right, baby. Yes, sir.
Bad team equals cheap tickets. Let's go.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Hey, road trip. You guys want a road trip for $10 Comerica Park tickets?
Heck yeah, let's record the pod at a baseball game.
On the way.
At a baseball game.
That'd be hype.
Road trip pod.
That would be hype. Okay, all right. Well, I'll put that in the notes. Love that.
All right, enough of that baseball. We're going to get into some real baseball. Fellas, I drafted my brother's Little League team tonight, and let me tell you, we're going to be a force.
Yeah?
Last year, we were second in the league going into the postseason, and unfortunately, we took a hard upset. I'm not going to blame the Little League umps because I value sportsmanship more than winning. And
Millennials.
we're here to have fun. But it was rough last year, looking to come back. Still the ace pitcher that we drafted last year as the coach's kid. We're going to be rough, fellas. Going to be tough to beat.
Listen, Deans. This is all I know. When I played Little League, it was literally just a political game. You have the most athletic dads know each other, and they let their most athletic kids play together. Unfair.
Absolutely.
It's unfair. You said you have your ace pitcher back, and what did you say after that?
Coach's
son. Coach's son. You never see a player that's amazing and his dad is not coaching with another kid that's amazing. Rigged. You think that NCAA is rigged? Try Zealand Little League Baseball, dude. Come on.
Not to location drop, but yeah.
TCB,
exactly.
Remember when we're all on a team, weren't we?
Not Westman.
No, I don't think so.
Wes was never.
Wes wasn't even in Michigan.
I was still in the South.
Mid-Atlantic.
Right.
Anyway. They actually did away with a little, you can't rig it like that anymore because they grade the coaches' kids in the combine, and then they combine their ratings, and then they compare them to the other coaches' kids. But yeah, back in our day, way back then, that was unfair, dude. You got the lucky end of that. I remember you on the Pirates.
Book. Don't hate it. I mean, it's just a smart scheme. Just have 8 assistant coaches.
All business.
Yeah. It is all business, exactly. Hey, on a more important note, Wes, we playing church league softball this year?
You heard right. All four of us together on a church league softball team, about to run the league.
Let's get it.
First lefty shortstop, TCB.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, I'm coming after you, coaches in high school that did not let me step foot on that infield. There's going to be pro softball scouts at these games. You should see the range, the arm I have. Oh, my gosh, it's going to be like nothing else. I will ask you guys to come, and then you guys will cry because you will wish that you put me on
Okay,
shortstop.
yeah.
5-tool player.
PPs, do not underestimate TCB when he says he wanted to play shortstop in high school. Wow, that man
my gosh.
borderline begged to play shortstop, and they would not give it to him.
I did.
Because he was a lefty.
They wouldn't give it to me.
That is all. Because he
Can
was
you
a lefty.
believe that? Can you
Takes
believe
way
that,
too much time
guys?
to throw
oh
it
my
first.
Gosh. Hey, I actually, my dad and I, we did a little experiment, and it does take forever, a lot longer. We calculated at an average of about 0.2 seconds. I know.
That's
I know.
a lifetime.
It's ridiculous. Gosh.
Not worth having
I'm
a
so sorry.
vacuum over at shortstop.
That's probably
Right,
2 steps
right.
if I'm running. I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Please, sir.
Yeah, that was probably the most mad I've ever been in sports. That is for sure.
All right, yeah. So
Yeah, fellas. Wait, fellas. I was in a softball league last summer. And
Okay.
today I formally announced my retirement from that team, and they didn't take it so well. So shout out, make softball great again.
Yeah.
You guys, love you guys, but it's time to move on to bigger, better things.
bigger and better.
It'd be awesome.
Big free agency move right there by Poppy going with us. He's a real one.
You think the NFL is big players movements? Check out softball, Zealand softball.
Big facts. Big facts.
That's right.
All right, so yeah, hope you PPs can actually make it out to a game. If you're a real PP, you'll come.
Exactly.
And that was baseball, Little League, softball talk.
Yeah, and cheer for the AAA Zealand Rack Padres. So yeah, we'll get into
Ooh.
some
The Padres.
professional sports. We're going to start with the NBA. And I know we're just nearing the postseason, but what about this MVP race? We giving this to James Harden?
Yeah, Deans, what about
Not
this
so fast.
Wait, what about this MVP race? James Harden has it locked up already. It's not even a debate. Changed my mind.
Alan, Poppy, do me a favor. What does MVP stand for?
Most valuable player.
LeBron James, without a doubt, is the most valuable player for any team in the NBA. The man, let's face it, he's 33. He's averaging 28 points a game, nearly 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's nearly a triple-double. And look who he has around him. It's the Cavs, let's be honest. They're really not doing too hot. They are third in the East, 44-29, and LeBron is just putting up incredible games night after night at 33 years of age for this Cavs team that is really hurting as far as bench players. Now let's go over to James Harden. 31 points, impressive. 5 rebounds, 9 assists. If we're talking about the value for a team, look who James Harden has around him. Chris Paul, incredible player, distributor, now a scorer. James Harden scores 31 points a game, but is that really valuable to his team as much as LeBron is to the Cavs?
Westman, James Harden is getting dubs, though. Number 1 team in the Western Conference. How can you deny
Because
that?
of his team and his coach.
Oh,
He doesn't have a coach that's getting sick.
He
He's
right
sitting
now he
out.
doesn't have a coach at all.
So then he's even more valuable.
not this year.
I rest
Oh
my
God.
case.
Okay. What?
Okay, guys. I got no. Let me throw my 2 cents in quick, and then Pop, we'll let you James Harden homer go back to work. Okay, just give me 1 second. When Steve Nash won the MVP, I think it was in 2008. He averaged 18, 7-3. Now we're talking about these players that are literally balling. Look at these stats you're spitting out at me. 31, 5-9, 28, 9-9. Let's just marvel in these players we have right now. We are at the peak of single player performance in the NBA, and I don't think that's even close. The teams might not be as good. The competition might not be as good, like Wes was saying, millennials or whatever you want to call it, not valuing winning as much as getting your own. But I'm sitting back, and I'm like, look at James Harden and what he's doing for Houston Rockets. Upending the Warriors, who everybody thought was going to be an easy number 1 seed. You have LeBron, who had to literally take his team and make a whole new team at the trade deadline. Okay? I think both of these guys are very viable options for MVP race. But, Wes, I'm going to kind of use what you said against you. I think James Harden is by far the most valuable player. You can say LeBron does the most, but James Harden in ISO situations, if you take James Harden off that team, it's Chris Paul, Clint Capella, and Trevor Ariza hitting threes. But Chris Paul has never made it to a conference finals. This team is going to make it to the NBA Finals if they keep playing like this, and that's because of James Harden putting this team on his back. James Harden for MVP.
Love that, Toby. Love that.
That's fair.
If you guys follow me on Twitter at Prattle_Pops, give me a follow. I retweet some James Harden stats. Fellas, he is the best ISO player in the league by far. He can do things better by himself than what teams can do altogether. He's a force this year, and he is my MVP.
Producer Deans, you're being quiet over there. Who's your MVP?
It's really, really tough between LeBron and Harden. LeBron always has the case every single year. Oh, he's the best player in the league. Why doesn't he get the MVP? Which is fair. It's fair. Honestly, it is. Even over my boy Russ last year, it was a very fair argument. LeBron is better than Russ. I don't care what year you're talking. But Harden's production, even last year, if Russ didn't average a triple-double and set the record and lead a very weak team as far as he did, Harden would have won the MVP last year, and he is topping that season this year stat-wise, and just like production-wise. Like, his team is the best in the West by far, I believe, or by a good amount. Like, that's not something that you can look past. And I think it does hurt LeBron that he's needed to have so many off-season moves, and he struggled so much in the beginning of the year and then with the new players and everything. But that man is in his 14th season, putting up crazy numbers, postering people every single night. It's really, really close. If I had to make a call, I would... I'd got to go with Harden for the regular season.
Love that. Snaps for that.
I don't like James Harden's style of play. I'm gonna be honest. I do respect how good he is, and I think if they did the MVPs after the postseason, I think LeBron would have a better chance, just because that's when he just goes off. But as of now, I think Harden has surpassed LeBron.
Love that.
All right.
So what about these? Go ahead,
hold on. One more thing. For LeBron's case, he's been the best player in the NBA for the past decade, arguably. And statistically, he's playing his best season. Do you understand how incredible that is at the age
Just
of
remarkable.
33?
Incredible.
And not only statistically, you can just see how he plays. It's not just the numbers he puts up. He leads his team better than he ever has.
Right. And people are enjoying playing with him.
He just gets it.
That man knows how to play basketball.
You know, I didn't have the pleasure of watching Jordan. Of course, I was born only 20 years ago. But I really just want to cherish what we have with LeBron James because he just gets it. Like, he knows, even if he's the best player in the world, he's going to improve every season. He's improved his shots. He's improved as a leader. He's improved in, well, I mean, this is part of the game, and bringing people to play with him.
Right.
It's truly incredible, and I think this is his best season yet, and we'll really see if he turns it on even more in the playoffs. I'm excited.
I'm mostly just interested to see when this slows down, because honestly, we haven't seen this at the age of 33 from anybody. You can argue Michael Jordan when he came back from retirement, but even, I mean, in terms of production and having your best years at the age of 33 and playing the best, I was having an argument with one of my roommates saying that LeBron isn't going to be the best player in the league in 3 years, but I don't know that for sure.
We don't
'Cause
know. He could
we
be the
haven't
best player in
seen
the league in
LeBron.
6 years.
Yeah, I mean, at 40, right. I mean, you're right, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But it's just what I'm saying is he's an anomaly. I don't know if I'll ever see a guy like him in my lifetime again. People are saying, oh, who's going to be the next LeBron? You know, you got Ben Simmons, you got Anthony Davis, but no, there's one LeBron. You know, there's one Kobe Bryant, there's one Michael Jordan. Let's just enjoy them. Let's enjoy them for the players they are. Let's stop comparing them. I kind of get a little bit sick of the LeBron Michael Jordan comparisons. Michael Jordan was the best in his day. LeBron's the best in our day. Let's just enjoy it, you know?
Yes, sir. Even though I'm a James Harden homer, I'm a big LeBron guy. I am a LeBron over MJ kind of dude. Longevity gets it for me. I would say MJ was probably better at his peak, but he was only great at his peak for how many years? 5, 6 years? We'll say 6 years. LeBron's been amazing for 15 years. So that's what puts him over MJ for me.
Yeah, I agree. Dean, just to go to your point, just to add a little stats in there, the Rockets are 5.5 games over the Warriors and are 9-1 in the last 10 games. They're rolling, kids. 60-14. Amazing.
Imagine if someone told you the Rockets would be 5.5 games ahead of the Warriors at the end of the season.
I know.
Like what?
I know.
Given
It is wild.
given the Warriors do have a couple injuries, which we can segue into.
Right.
They have Steph, Clay, and KD out, at least for last night's game. I have it right here. Thompson is supposed to be out until March 31. Curry's supposed to be out until April 14. KD is a game-time decision with his ribs. And then Draymond Green actually is a game-time decision, but that's just with an illness.
Yeah. Draymond's been banged up too. They're just kind of getting hit with the injury bug. I think the argument for them is, okay, if Steph goes down, you got KD and you got Clay, you know, but everybody's going down, so it'd be interesting kind of to see. I saw that Steph is going to be out for at least the first round, so it'd be interesting to see how a guy like Sean Livingston or Quinn Cook, who's actually been playing really well, the kid out of Duke, how they kind of transition into that role of kind of leading the team. It'll be interesting to see come playoff time.
Yeah, first round. They shouldn't have any trouble getting past the Jazz or the Timberwolves. But it is interesting the fact that it is those three guys, and I think Draymond had a little hiccup there. It is an issue going into the playoffs when you don't have the confidence in your body, you're not 100%, and you can't depend on somebody to go off for a game. A small injury like, Steph's been dealing with the ankles for a while now, so this could take a toll on him mentally. And even just a small adjustment in the way you jump and the way you cut, that can change the way Steph plays and how he performs. I don't know. I'm favoring the Rockets right now.
Yes, Westman. Yes. But fellas, it's finally catching up to the Warriors. These past 3 years, they've been almost injury free. Like, that's unheard of.
Okay, Steph.
Yeah, but he was never out for like more than a month or anything like that.
Or the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
You're right. They were always
Right.
ready for playoffs.
So I think it's finally catching up to them. Maybe this is the year that they go down. This is just the down year for them. They're still a dynasty. Just injuries set them back.
just the Golden State Warriors and then someone from the East? Or are we thinking it's Houston? Or are we thinking it's OKC?
Oh.
No on OKC. I think everybody's just kind of normally, or the past few years, it's been okay. When is it going to get to the finals? When's it going to get to the Warriors versus the Cavs? But this year, it's when's it going to get to the Western Conference Finals? Because don't you just want to watch that 7-game series, both teams at full health? That's what I want to see. I want to watch James Harden go off against. He'll probably be guarded by Clay, I would assume. I'm just so interested to see how are you gonna stop Durant. I mean, there's just so many different matchups, and just the NBA is great because once it gets to the playoffs, you can just tell everything goes up 20 million notches, and that's when I start to really love watching the NBA because it's the best players in the world playing. I played basketball my whole life, and it's just because I know all the work that it took to get to me to where I am right now. And then the fact that those guys are just literally insane at basketball. I don't get football as much. I don't get the other sports I didn't play. But the basketball, just seeing how good these guys are. Seeing Kevin Durant make 103 shots in a row in warm-ups. I counted, okay, because I was in awe. It's just insane. It's amazing.
Now, what about injuries in the East? We have Kyrie Irving undergoing surgery. Was that right?
Yeah, I think he's getting his knee cleaned up, is what they said.
Yeah.
I want to know what
Impairment
that
from
is.
like the 2015
What does that
finals.
even mean? Like,
That's how long it's been
What?
lasting.
Oh, no way. Jeez. 2015 finals,
Yeah, it's
huh?
been
So that was
recurring for that
3
long.
years ago. Dang. Well, I think the Celtics are doomed kind of without Kyrie because he's been their horse this year. If you have Gordon Hayward, maybe, but the fact that you don't, I mean, Kyrie, he's the man. Like Kyrie, okay, he's taken this team and he's amazing. He's underrated in my opinion, dude. This guy is a stud. He's so good.
it is really cool to see what he's done there. He really took over the leadership role from IT once he hopped in there. He's really kind of the veteran leadership on a very young team, and I think without him, that's losing their glue. Yeah, I think it'd be tough for them if he doesn't come back 100%.
Right. And I can't tell a lie. I really want more players to do stuff that Kyrie did. He's second fiddle in Cleveland for good reason, right? It's LeBron James's team. He's like, you know what? No, I'm sick of this. I think I can do this on my own. He forces his way, or whatever you want to call it, out of Cleveland, goes to Boston, and it's his team. I want to see guys like maybe Clay, or even in other sports, guys that are second fiddle, being able to say, okay, you know what? It's my time now. And
Well, Toby-
just the way. Okay, go ahead, Wes. Yeah, I just think it's
TCB,
dope.
were you saying the same thing when KD made his decision to go to Golden State?
What do you mean?
KD decided, I don't think we can do it here in OKC. I'm going to go get mine, join this
Yeah.
great team, and win
Yeah.
all these championships.
Yeah, I had absolutely zero problem with Kevin Durant doing that.
Okay,
None.
good. Thank you.
Absolutely none. It's just a business decision, man. If I'm working for Gentex or whatever, and a different engineering company said, hey, you can come over here and work for the best engineering company, and you're gonna have it's gonna be a promotion. You're gonna have all this, yada yada yada. I'm gonna be like, oh, of course. Why would I not? It's what Kevin Durant did, and there's absolutely no problem
Hold
with
up.
that.
Kevin Durant didn't do that just like that. That's like that's just like packing up everything and leaving without telling anyone.
And it's like you being the
He
factory
told
manager.
everyone.
Yeah, and just
Who
leaving.
cares? Who cares?
Oh,
Who cares? It's his decision.
I'm.
Pop, tell me how you feel about that.
I
Tell
don't.
me how you feel
Okay,
about
I don't have a problem that he left OKC. I have a problem how he did it. Like he could have. He
How else
burned
would
a
he do it?
bridge.
What's
He
the
burned a
issue?
bridge with OKC.
that. Great.
Yes, because he left.
That's
Why-
great.
That's burning
Why-
a bridge.
Kyrie burned a bridge in Cleveland.
What's good about burning bridges?
Because
What-
he
how else
joined
do you
a
want me to
better
do it?
team. And he's got a ring on his finger to prove it.
He's a sellout. Cupcake.
Oh
If
my
I'm
gosh.
if I'm Kevin Durant, 100 out of 100 times I'm making the same decision.
Beta.
He just didn't enjoy. He didn't enjoy playing with Russell Westbrook, and who would?
Right, nobody.
Nobody.
Landon, you said beta, but a beta would submit to all the fans out there saying sell out,
No.
cupcake, and all that.
No.
Just
Nope.
being okay with your situation. And Alpha goes out
No.
and gets what he
No,
wants.
and Alpha
he
does it
wanted to win
himself.
championships, and he
A
went to
ring.
Golden State
And
to do
Alpha
it.
does it himself. He's already the leader. He already has a team. He choked against the team he lost to.
No.
Yes, and he's beta.
That's fine. Fine. He lost. Whatever. It's over. He went to a place where he knew he would not lose.
And have fun doing it. The Warriors play the
was
most
having
fun
fun
brand
in
of basketball to
OKC.
play with.
What's wrong with being happy? He
Yes,
was
it
not.
was.
No, he was not.
Who
no
wants
way.
to lose?
Yes, he was. He was telling Russell Westbrook, "Oh, you're my brother for life. I'll never leave you." Guess what he does? He gets up and leaves.
Everybody says
Oh
that. Come
my.
on.
That's the same thing with
Don't-
LeBron and Kyrie,
Don't
Pop.
be naive.
Pop, don't tell me. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that the Kyrie situation is different than the Kevin Durant situation. Then don't tell me that.
One was free agency, and one was
One's the
a
leader of
trade.
the team. One's the second fiddle.
Right. What Kyrie
No.
did was even worse. He forced his team to make a
Yeah.
terrible trade. And they ended up
Exactly.
with a horrible point guard.
Right. The fact that Kyrie said he wanted out like that put the Celtics in such a horrible position because he was still under contract. So then they were able to get literally nothing for him. They were able to get an all-star point guard that fit their system zero. Literally the worst fit of a point guard you could possibly have. Isaiah Thomas is a good point guard, do not get me wrong. But in Boston, you could see him shine because he wasn't playing with LeBron James. Kyrie Irving, good point guard in Cleveland. Great point guard in Boston. Okay? The man made a smart business decision. Kevin Durant having fun winning rings in Golden State. He wasn't winning any rings in OKC. I don't care that he lost to Golden State in the previous year. Okay, my company is not doing as good as this company, and they're having more fun. And I would rather play with these guys. I don't want to play with a guy that's all ball hog-ish. You see the Warriors, how they move the ball is Spur-esque. I want to play there. I don't want to play for OKC, and I have absolutely no problem with him doing this.
But you're
None.
forgetting something, TCB. Kyrie Irving isn't guaranteed a ring.
No, he's not.
Kevin
You're right.
Durant what?
Neither is Kevin
Yes,
Durant.
he was.
No way. No way.
Come on, dude.
Pop. These are the best players in the world. Nobody is guaranteed a
Then
championship.
how can
No
we
one.
guarantee that it's always going to be Cavs Warriors? The past 3 years.
We can't.
We can't. They can get
We
injured
can't
like they are
guarantee
right
that.
now.
We can never guarantee that, Pop. But they are the fact that they are putting out these past 3 years, the fact that LeBron's balling out like he is, the fact that the Warriors are balling out like they are, is insane. They're at the height of their game in the number one league in the world. It's amazing, but nothing is guaranteed. Nothing at all.
Last thing, and then we got to move on. Think about the future Kevin Durant would have had if he stayed in OKC. It would be miserable. Imagine losing to Golden State for 5 years in a row.
What do you mean? They almost beat him.
They almost beat him, but it's not like it'd get any better.
Why not?
The Warriors would make improvements.
The Thunder can't make improvements. Nope, they're just stuck.
They were stuck.
What?
They were. That's why Kevin Durant felt like he had to get out of there.
Right, Kate, and he knows more than we do.
Except for we know that he knew he had to get out of there because they couldn't improve.
All right,
That's what we know.
let's move on.
Okay, we've got to move on. That was a lot more than we were supposed to talk about in the NBA. But we're going to move on to the NFL. We're going to have to make this quick, hit our 59-59 mark so we can put it on YouTube. We got some players' movements, and we'll talk draft a little bit. A big one was, or something that stood out, is the Rams trying to make these big moves, shooting for the Super Bowl. Fellas?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah, I'm very interested in this draft. Pop, you and I were talking beforehand, kind of what the top of this draft might look like. What are you most interested going into April with this draft? What are you thinking about?
I am interested in obviously what my Cowboys are gonna do, but what the Browns are gonna do. I think they're gonna take quarterback number 1, Saquon number 4. If Saquon's there. But Wes over here, Westman's trying to tell me that taking 2 quarterbacks. Westman,
God.
explain yourself.
Explain, please.
Okay, so I saw this. I think NFL Network tweeted it out. One of their anchors came up with a concept for the Browns. Obviously, the Browns have the number 1 pick and the number 4 pick in the first round. And the concept is draft 2 quarterbacks. So the way I see this going, they draft, in my opinion, Sam Darnold and Josh Allen. Doesn't matter what order. But what this does, it's basically insurance. It cannot fail. We all agree that the most valuable pick you can make in the NFL draft is for a quarterback because they have the most upside. So this is one of the better drafts for starting over at quarterback in a long, long time. So when you get these 2 guys, you are almost guaranteed to find a franchise quarterback. What happens when you find that franchise quarterback? You trade the other pick away. If Josh Allen becomes that guy, you trade away Sam Darnold. You get some value out of him still. It's not like you're losing.
I don't know how I feel about that. TCB, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. Wes, I understand where you're coming from, that the quarterback position, you cannot have a serious contending team without a franchise quarterback, though I argue the Vikings were as close to doing that as possible last year with just a stout defense. But the Browns are no Minnesota Vikings, okay? They have so many holes on that team. They were 0-16. People forget they were 0-16 last year, okay? They're not a quarterback away. They have 2 draft picks in the top 5. In the top 4, actually. And you have a man like Bradley Chubb, great defensive lineman, though you drafted Myles Garrett last year. You have Saquon Barkley, a generational, once-in-a-generation running back coming out of Penn State. Yes, you do have great quarterbacks. You need to take one in that top 4. I 100% agree with you. You have Tyrod Taylor kind of to bridge the gap there as you kind of groom this quarterback. But that's why you have scouting. That's why you pay these guys the big bucks to get it right, okay? They have not gotten it right in the past. I agree with you. But you cannot waste 2 draft picks on a team that is so far away. A quarterback is not going to save them. Sure, it is a good first step, but guess what? You're going to have 2 great first steps if you draft not 2 quarterbacks. If a team like the Vikings or a team that had a good defense or a good core around them that was drafting first and fourth, I would say maybe draft 2 quarterbacks. Okay, maybe. Even then, I probably wouldn't do it, but I would see more of a valid argument for it. But now, with the Cleveland Browns, with how many holes they have, no way. Not even close.
All right, guys. 2 things. Just relax. I get that the Browns will never do this. And I'm not saying I would do it either. But I understand the concept. And the reason I'm saying it is because, one, the value in drafting a quarterback, and the fact that they're not expecting to become this playoff team in a year. This is a foundational move, creating a brick foundation, not one of sand, where you can build around a quarterback and become that playoff team maybe 4 years down the road. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, having 2 picks in the top 4. You got to do something special with it. Toby, you said it. They have not gotten it right in the past 5 years. They have to try something different to make sure that they get it right.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand that you need to hit on a quarterback. I just think the fact that they're not they're like in between an NFL and a college team right now. They're not even truly an NFL team in my mind because you can just chalk it up as a W last year. If they're on your
Yeah.
schedule.
Well,
So
it can only get better.
right, exactly. It can only get better, and I think the way to do that is by drafting a quarterback and something else. But hitting a quarterback is definitely very important. I do agree with you in that sense.
Do you think if they don't take Sam Darnold number 1, they're making a mistake?
I don't like Sam Darnold one. No, I honestly, okay. The fact that there's so many top tier quarterbacks, I would almost say draft Saquon first. Because he's just by far heads and tails above in terms of athletic ability. But my number one quarterback on the list is Josh Allen out of Wyoming. He has all the arm talent. He has the head for it. I think. I've actually watched some tape on him. I watched some games. I think he's the most complete quarterback, and I think he'll have the best NFL career.
Ooh. It's a bold take, TCV.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't think
but I think that's easy.
You don't think Baker lands in Cleveland?
What's that?
Baker Mayfield?
Oh no, dude. I think the
shot.
hype. I think the hype around Baker Mayfield is too big. I think he shouldn't even be in the top 10. I don't think he's gonna slide out of the top 10, but I think he's. I don't know. People are trying to compare him to Russell Wilson.
No.
No. Yeah. No, I don't think so either. There's so many good quarterbacks. I understand you need to hit on one, but fill your team with solid players. Don't just stab in the dark at quarterbacks, okay? That's what I would do if I was a GM.
Fellas, are we ready to get to the madness?
I actually want to go back to the
Not
Rams
ready for the
talk we
madness.
had. We didn't
Okay,
really
fair,
get to
fair.
get into that very much. The move we mentioned was for Ndamukong Suh, 1 year deal, $14 million. I really like what they're doing over there. 2 years ago they were 4-12, I believe, and
Yeah.
this year they hopped up to 11-5. Lost in the first round, but with a young quarterback, that's almost to be expected. I think, just the way they're looking from the outside, they look very similar to this year's Eagles team, championship Eagles team. Young quarterback, very talented. I think the Rams have a better running back. But with this move, they've created a similar defensive line to the threat that was the Eagles. I'm not sure about their secondary, but their offense is there, their defense is there. They have one of the better coaches, in my opinion, in the league.
I agree.
They have a lot of good pieces. They have a lot of potential. And they're in a very weak division. They're just going to cruise through that division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Ndamukong Suh signing is big. Obviously, we know a lot about him being drafted by Detroit. He's 31 years old, which is actually kind of crazy. Time flies. However, I don't think that this is a massive move. You already have the best defensive tackle in the NFL.
Right.
So in Aaron Donald, and I think he actually won Defensive Player of the Year this year, if I'm not mistaken. However, that defense is crazy. I don't like the trade of Robert Quinn. I thought he was a big piece rushing the passer. They don't have the rushing the passer aspect that I would like to see on that defense. However, the young coach, like you said, Sean McVay, is a very, very talented coach. He'll be around for a long, long time. Jared Goff, great sophomore season. Todd Gurley, top 3 running back in the NFL, I would say.
Yeah.
I think he's cemented that. You added a guy like Sammy Watkins. I think having another guy on the outside to kind of help in Jared Goff would be huge, and I love what the Rams are doing. I think they're going to cruise through that division once again, like you said.
Yeah, you guys remember my take?
You picked them to win the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Just a year
I
early.
meant for this coming year, guys. I meant for this coming
Right,
year. All right?
right. Hey, that could very, very, very well happen, Pop. I like what the Rams are doing. One more quick thing about the NFL. Did you guys see that Marcus Peters got traded for literally nothing? The Chiefs cornerback, who was, I thought, like literally the best cornerback in the NFL, got traded for literally nothing. And I don't remember where to, but I saw that and I'm just like, this is the freaking NFL offseason, and I hate it so much. I'm just ready for the draft.
Did you guys see Odell Beckham won't step on the field until he gets a bigger contract?
I like it. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I
So
don't. He's gonna get. I don't think he's gonna be a New York Giant for very much longer. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's just a tumulus or whatever you want to call it. I can't use big words. It's 11:41 at night, but I just
TCB,
think
little
what?
fact checked on that Marcus Peters trade
Yeah,
to the Rams.
to the Rams.
What do you know?
Well, there you go, dude. There you go. 16-0, I think, Wes. Right? 16-0.
Yeah, right? Come on.
We should just chalk it up right now.
Dynasty.
Dynasty. That's right. Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, the NFL, the offseason's kind of weird, but man, the product that they put out every week.
Fellas,
Now we trying to get into the madness, Pop. Now we trying to get into the madness.
Let's talk schmadness. March Madness.
Yes, sir. Hey, you start us off, my friend.
So let's look at our Final Four teams, fellas. We got
Yes, sir.
Chicago Loyola Chicago, whatever. The Ramblers.
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean. Shout out
Ramblers.
Sister Jean. We got the team up north. We don't talk about them.
Let's get it, baby. Go blue. Let's get it.
We got Kansas.
Rock chalk.
And we got Villanova.
Jay Wright's the best coach in the history of college basketball.
Ooh.
What?
What?
Just kidding, he's not. But literally, he's made a dynasty there, and it's insane.
That is not false.
Right.
So you guys all had Loyola Chicago in your Final Four, right?
Oh, yeah.
You were one of the 550 brackets out of the millions and millions.
Can you believe that? 550 brackets to get 4 teams. It just boggles my mind.
Is there ever a
Wild.
perfect bracket in our lifetime?
No.
No.
We said the same thing about a 16 seed, so I don't know.
I think the chances are less likely that to get a perfect bracket than a 16 seed.
You're probably right.
Oh,
You're probably
absolutely.
But it might happen.
The thing is, when it happens, there's going to be 2 perfect brackets, and it's going to be
Right.
hilarious.
They have to split the winnings. That'd be funny.
Comes down to the tiebreaker.
All right.
Yeah.
Or it could be just like a complete chalk bracket. No upsets. And everybody gets it right.
So, TCB, let's talk about the matchup Michigan has this weekend.
Right.
What do what are your thoughts? How do you feel going into this game? Talk. Let's go.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think both Loyola Chicago and Michigan have had relatively easy treks to get to the Final Four. Michigan obviously started with Montana, 14 seed, wasn't very good whatsoever. Houston, obviously tough game. Jordan Poole had that crazy shot. Texas A&M, Michigan played out of their freaking heads. They played so well. Texas A&M was a great team, but Michigan just blew them out of the water. In that last game with Florida State, they looked okay. They looked okay. But now I'm interested to watch this game because Loyola, I think, in my opinion, don't hate on me, right? Everybody wants Loyola Chicago to win, right? I think this is a good matchup for Michigan. They are guard-oriented with one solid big guy. He's a freshman. He's okay. Their offense runs through a man named Clayton Custer. Let's go. And he is the real deal. Okay, their team is the real deal. Richardson also, they went to high school together at the guard spots. They're very good. So I'm a little bit concerned about Clayton Custer. However, Michigan has Xavier Simpson, who is the best defensive point guard that I have seen. Watch that man play defense. It is incredible. I think he can lock up Clayton Custer. He locked up Rob Gray for Houston pretty well. Honestly, he locked him up pretty well. So I think that kind of neutralizes him to an extent. Now it's going to come down to if Mo Wagner has a game. Against Texas A&M, he had 21 points, played amazingly well. However, in his other 3 March Madness games so far, he has been kind of hit or miss. We need a hit, okay? If we can get a hit out of him, I think we win by 10 plus. If we get a 5 to 10 point game like he's kind of been giving us, I think it comes down to the wire. I don't think Loyola blows us out by any stretch, but I think it's going to be a good game. Watch out for Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman to go for 20.
Ooh.
TCB, you're forgetting one thing. Or one
What's up?
person, in fact. Sister Jean,
Who's that,
baby.
Bob?
Who's guarding Sister
Oh,
Jean?
God.
Exactly. Sister Cheeks. That's what her name
I feel
is.
like
So,
I feel like you have to put her on the scouting report at this
Right.
point.
So this is the question: is by putting Sister Jean on the scouting report, does that mean that God is also on Loyola Chicago's side?
Absolutely.
Is that even fair?
That's
Is
not
that an
fair.
NCAA violation?
It should be.
Fines.
Yeah. Should they? Hey, they're gonna have their wins vacated, and Michigan is gonna kind of win the national championship, just like what happened with Louisville. God, we can't beat God, dude. It's not fair.
Okay.
Toby, quick question for you.
What's up?
You were worried about the Big Ten championship being played too early.
Mm-hmm.
The little rest versus rust.
Definitely.
You think it turned out okay?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the fact that they got to the Final Four means it turned out okay. But if you guys watched their games, especially their first 2 games with Montana and Houston, you could tell that they were
did
not
come
that
out a
same
little
team.
slow.
Exactly, they weren't that same team that played in Madison Square Garden for the Big Ten championship. But now I think they got it back, baby. I think they got it back. I think the mojo's back. I think we're going back to the finals. That right side of the bracket is tough. Don't not get me wrong. Villanova and Kansas, the 2-1 seeds over there. But I'm ready. I am ready to
But
cheer
wait.
so hard.
But wait,
What's that?
do you think Michigan may have burnt out a little quickly?
Absolutely not. You
They're
think
not going to repeat. They're not going to repeat their offensive show like they did
against A&M?
against A&M. I mean,
I think that's unrepeatable, honestly.
No,
That's
it
unrepeatable.
definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. I agree
mean,
with you.
I'm not saying it's unrepeatable in the sense where they don't have the ability to do it. I'm saying it's unrepeatable in the sense that I didn't think they had the ability to do it in the first place. Like, that was just
Right.
unreal.
That was an incredible game. But here's the thing. I think they have enough playmakers. Obviously, it's a John Beilein-led team. They're going to be based on the three-point shot. 100%, I totally get that. And their three-point shots just happen to be falling. However, in the past 3 games, they have not played they've played formidable teams, okay? Florida State got to the Elite Eight, right? Houston was a very solid 6 seed. They did not hit their shots. They still won, okay? That is what makes me very optimistic because if they're hitting their shots, they're winning. They're honestly destroying teams. They were hitting their shots in 1 of their 4 games, and you saw them win with what should have been by 30+ against a very, very good Texas A&M team that handed it to North Carolina, right? So what I'm saying is a team that doesn't hit their shots and still makes it to the Final Four, scary.
right? Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I listen, I'm getting too worked up over here. We got to talk right side of the bracket. What's going to happen? I need somebody to talk to me about that Villanova versus Kansas matchup.
First of all, can we say thank God Duke is out?
No.
Respect.
Coach Mother
Thank you,
Chuck
God.
and K
Coach
let,
Mother Chuck and
let
K.
me down, man. I am so disappointed.
Oh, man. What a game, though.
Heck
Holy
yeah, that was
moly.
awesome.
Yeah.
Two really good teams. That's what March is all about, dude. You got the left side of the bracket with the Cinderellas. You got the right side of the brackets with the powerhouses.
I think it's Kansas' year, fellas. It's Kansas' year.
Kansas made it past their classic Sweet 16 upset.
Yep.
Right.
They're due for a natty champ. I can see it. Bill Self has those guys in line. Devontae Graham is playing phenomenal.
Sheesh.
And
Sheesh.
you got a good big guy, and you have great complement guards. They're good, man. They're good. Don't get me wrong. Villanova is just as good. They're the 1 seeds. But I think Kansas takes it.
Wes, what do you think about that matchup?
Pop, I like that. I like that pick. And it's kind of interesting to see how Kansas has kind of flown under the radar a little bit. I haven't. There hasn't really been much attention on him. It's been Chicago, of course, but what Toby said about Villanova is poignant. I think when they did not shoot well at all, and they still win by double digits, that just shows me how good they actually are. I think Villanova wins by 10 against Kansas, gets into the final, and wins by maybe 15 against Chicago or Michigan. They're just that good. And we'll see it once, if it's Chicago. When you match up against 3, 6, 8 guys or whoever they have, it's a different ball game. You can be the hottest team in the world, but they're going to get around you. They're going to shoot over you. They're going to dunk on you. Villanova's just that good.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think Villanova is the best team in the tournament to begin with, and I think they're playing out of their minds. They can't shoot, and they're still rolling great
Right.
teams. Jalen Brunson is the best player in this tournament. I don't think that's even arguable. I think Devontae Graham is very good, but I think Jalen Brunson, his poise, the way he's able to command an offense, dish, score, unbelievable. However, if Michigan somehow does not beat Loyola Chicago, think about that game. Think about Loyola Chicago if they were able to pull that off. How amazing would that be, huh? Wow.
All right, fellas, is that all we got for March Madness?
That's all I've got.
Go blue,
Yes, sir.
baby.
Go blue. All right, let's move on to some segments. We're going to start with unpopular opinion. Who wants to start with that one?
Oh, this is all me. This is all
Right.
me. Listen, we're gonna go. We just talked Final Four. We talked to all the teams. However, my unpopular opinion, and this is definitely my opinion, Sister Jean is the worst story in the history of March Madness. She is
Bold.
getting way too much publicity, okay? After the game, are they interviewing the players? Nope. Are they interviewing the coaches? Nope. They're interviewing Sister Jean, a 98-year-old woman that had her team get out in the Sweet 16.
I do not disagree.
You can hardly watch the game without having them cut off to Sister Jean every 30
Agreed.
seconds.
Every single
Agreed.
point
I'm
that's
trying-
scored, you see her clapping.
Every single point.
Does she clap?
It's like she scored it. No. No. Just quit it with Sister Jean, okay? She's a beautiful young lady, okay? She's 98 years old. She's still kicking it. But chill a little bit.
Just a little bit. Come on.
How about this? A little segment mashup.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, over under. Over under 6 months for Sister Jean.
Come on. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. We're not going to talk about that. Anyone
God.
else have an unpopular opinion?
Under Westman.
Under.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So I was texting some friends about this earlier. If you show up to a class 10 minutes late, your assigned seat is up for grabs. It's your fault that you're late. I want to move up closer to the front. I have that right to move up without you getting upset with me because you're late.
Yeah. If you're late, you don't get your seat.
So if you're mad at me, get out of my face.
Alan, I don't know how unpopular that is. I agree with you.
It's unpopular
No,
too.
I
I
de-
never got mad at him.
No, listen. I definitely agree with you. However, don't underestimate the power of the unassigned assigned seat.
One of the biggest unwritten rules.
Exactly. If you haven't gotten to college, folks, just wait.
Maybe just be an alpha and move up.
Yeah, true. Make that your assigned seat.
Sheesh.
Dang, I never thought about that.
That's ballsy though.
That's
That's
risky.
All right, I'll let you guys know
Westman, you got one?
if I do it.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead, Pop.
No,
Go.
I don't.
Oh, you just.
Wait, what?
All right, I got an
West
unpopular
Man.
opinion.
Okay, Deansy boy.
All right, so before my draft today, we recently got a new restaurant in our hometown, and so I decided I'd go there to get a little meal, get a little power food for my draft, pick the right team. And the restaurant is called Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
And
Oh my god.
I've heard of it.
does anyone want to guess what I got?
Tell me you
Chicken
got the nuggets.
I got the chicken nuggets, not the grilled chicken
Let's
nuggets, the regular
frickin'
chicken
go.
nuggets. Unpopular opinion,
Yes.
they were trash.
What?
Oh.
I hated them. I don't know if it was a
Wait,
bad day.
what?
It was my first time ever having them. I'm like,
What?
I'm in the mood for some nuggets, not a spicy chicken deluxe sandwich. Had
Right.
the nuggets, got the 12 piece because I was that confident. I did not like
Right.
them. I didn't like them, man. I had the Chick-fil-A
Wow.
sauce with them. Tried them without the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Hmm.
I couldn't do it. Not doing it again.
Did you not
Deans, I
like it
think
because they tasted bad, or like because they're too small? They're
No, because they
those things
tasted
are way
bad.
too
They are
small.
small, but I was alright with it.
Oh.
But I didn't
You
think they
think
tasted
they
very good.
tasted bad?
Yeah,
Deans, I think you nailed the unpopular
yeah,
part.
yeah. That's what
That
it's
is
all about.
Very unpopular.
It's
Okay.
the same chicken, just smaller.
Hey, Deans.
TCB, don't say it.
Deans,
Don't say it.
get out my face.
TCB.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face. Get
West
out
Man,
of
you
my
got one?
face. Get out of my face.
Coach K, get out my
Get out of my
face.
face.
Grayson Allen, you missed
Get
that
out of my
shot.
face.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face.
What? Westman, do you have an unpopular
Sister
opinion?
Jean, get out my
Get out
face.
of my face.
Get out my face.
West,
Unpopular opinion. Get out my face.
All right.
fair. Fair.
Shout out veterans.
Shout out veterans.
Shout out veterans. Hey TCB, TCB.
Yeah, what's up?
You know I'm gonna say it.
What?
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
What a great ending to a podcast last time. Oh my gosh, I was dead. I'm gonna say it. Listen, I do want to tell Sister Jean to get out my face. I feel like I've been hard on her, okay? She's a great young lady, as I said. However, Sister Jean, you've done nothing for your team. Absolutely nothing.
Easy.
Okay? You've done nothing for
I don't know
them,
about
Deans.
nothing.
You see her dribbling out there? You see her hitting jumpers?
Behind the
you
scenes,
see her making
TCB.
Come on, she
I
prays.
see her praying.
She prays.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
actually you're right. God. God.
Isaac
Okay.
Haas, get out my face.
Westman, do you have an unpopular opinion, or are we just moving on?
No, I already had mine with the two quarterbacks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. So,
okay.
all right.
True.
So, two quarterbacks, get out of my face.
Cleveland Browns, get out my face.
Suppress some machine guns in Fortnite, get out of my face.
Tactical submachine guns, get in my face. Best gun in the game.
Overslept my phone
Ooh,
alarm today.
bold.
Phone alarms, get out of my face. Bio, get out of my face.
Oh, I had a good one. I don't remember. It's okay.
Easter this weekend, get in my face.
Cold weather still, get out of my face.
Semi-auto sniper rifles, get out my face.
No. Hard disagree.
Alan, get out of my
What?
face.
Don't tell
Bolt
me.
actions are
Oh,
garbage.
Westman, I
Wait,
think we have
what?
some unfinished business real quick.
What's that?
All right, so we previously shouted out Brad for getting us Fortnite dubs, but we also need to shout out
Shout out
Justin. Shout out Justin.
Shout out Justin, shout out Brad, shout out Fortnite dubs.
Shut out, just.
Hey,
Not to name drop.
Oh, sorry. You want to follow?
I cannot tell a lie, but I did get my 4th solo dub today, and I got it in the dopest way. Okay, this dude built a huge, metal structure. Right, this thing was huge. I was honestly, literally taking a little mini dump because I'm like, holy crap, this thing is so big. But I'm just like, oh wait, I have a legendary scar, so I hit out the bottom of it and he fell to his death. I won.
Congrats.
4 kills.
Must be nice.
Well done.
Respect.
Well done, TCB.
Must be nice.
Thank you.
It would have been
you. It
5
was
if you would
nice.
have shot him.
No, it counted. They changed it
Oh, really?
actually.
They fixed it,
It
Pop.
counts as a kill.
Pop,
Yeah.
get out of my face with your not updated Fortnite.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm
come
so
on.
bad at the game, I just don't care anymore.
All right, Deans, wrap it up.
Uh,
Hold up.
are we doing our segment or no?
Hold on.
Do the segment.
Okay,
gotta-
okay.
we
We're
gotta-
wrapping it up.
All right.
Fellas, wait.
So
Just let me do something. You guys do this.
ending the pod. Get on with it. Crunch time. Get it.
Oh, I'm doing crunch time today, fellas. Let's get it. All right. You guys hear the bag?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was really loud actually.
Oh, sorry.
That was a very loud bag.
Okay. Grab some. Oh, sorry. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Huh.
It's very crunchy.
Yeah.
Even the small bites are crunchy.
Yeah.
You want another one?
One more.
Yes.
We need 3 rounds.
All right.
Okay, fine. 3 rounds. Oh wow, that is so crunchy.
So crunchy. It almost sounds stale.
Pop, are you eating stale snacks?
Hey,
Update your
anything
snack
for the
game.
pod.
All right, one more.
Stale snacks, get out
Is
of my
that a
face.
hint?
All right.
One more.
No
Last
sound.
one. Ready?
Are your teeth okay?
They're perfectly fine.
Okay. All right, who wants to start?
I got it.
All right.
This is plain and simple. This is lime tortilla chips.
Okay.
All right.
Listen, Pop. I heard you've been trying to lose a couple lbs. I respect that. Wheat thins. You're chewing on wheat thins.
Oh, that is a
Wheat
good
thins.
guess. That is a
Thank
good
you.
guess.
Wheat thins.
Deans?
Oh man,
Deans?
I was thinking wheat thins. Can I guess a flavor of wheat thins?
No, I already guessed wheat thins.
All right. What if I do those cracker chip wheat thins? Is it a cracker or chip? Can I do that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Aren't those Cheez-Its?
No, I have some. I think I have some.
They're wheat thins?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Are they wheat thin brand?
Behind on my snack
I'll look it
game.
up. Wheat thin chips.
All right. You guys want to know?
Yes.
We have a winner.
It's TC.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Fellas.
What is it?
Oh, I can see you, Pop. What is it?
They are tortilla chips, baby.
Let's
Shout
go.
out
Are
West
they
Man.
lime flavored?
Let's go.
Shout out West Man.
Let's go.
Are they lime flavored?
Shout out West Man. They aren't lime
They're
flavored.
lime flavor in
But-
spirit.
All right, we're gonna take this one to the review booth. See if Westman actually got the dub here. Congratulations to maybe a win for Westman on crunch time. But PPs, that's all we got for you. Thanks for tuning into the best app yet. We appreciate you all. Be sure to be rooting for, in your mind, or come to our games, our softball team and the AAA Padres in Zealand Little League. We hope you all have a
baby.
good week. Send us feedback. Do your homework. Get some victory royales. Pay your bills and invest in yourself. Love you all. Talk to you later.
Get out my
Adios.
face.
See you guys. Go blue, Sister Jean. Get out my face.
PP's get in my face.
distribute the instant offense. The state had the defendant on tape selling marijuana to a female undercover police officer on several different occasions. He had no problem whatsoever hitting on the undercover officer on the audio tape, trying to pick her up and saying, "Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal."
After 4